Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least my microphone's working. Earlier it said it was not working,
Oh, dang.
but my video is not working now, so. So how did you do on the Unit 2 exam?
Got an 81, I think.
Me too.
It was, yeah, it was not as easy as I was hoping, but it's not as bad as it could have been, I guess.
I worked very hard at studying last week and I still got an 81. So.
I know, right? It's a bummer.
Yep.
So Grant already took it?
He said he already took it, yes.
Cool.
But he was going to try to join the call.
Okay.
I feel bad. For some reason, he didn't get the message last night.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I know my messages are weird. Like if I'm not in the right screen at the right time, it doesn't pop up until later. It's weird. So that may be what his was doing.
Do yours show up in your email?
Mine do not.
They do in a random corner. So I don't know if it has to do with my settings, which I'm like 99.9% sure that it is my settings, but they are in in the bottom left-hand corner. And unless I'm aware or unless I archive previous conversations, I can't tell which one is which.
Huh, that's interesting.
So, yeah.
Oh. Well, we have almost everybody but Grant, but we'll talk to Grant later. But in the group chat that I named, there's another person, Cabe, who has texted me a couple times this semester. And he's like, yeah, hey, I never show up to group chats because I'm busy, or I'm in group meetings because I'm busy, but there is a group project coming up this week. And, did you guys get my Google Drive shared file I sent a few days ago?
Yeah, I did get it.
Okay, so we need to have that file done and submitted by sometime Saturday. So what we all need to do is sign up for a certain job. There's, 6 of us, and there's 5 jobs, but the PowerPoint one, I think we should have 2 people on that, so everybody will have their thing to do. Does anybody have a preference?
No.
Preference. What are you asking as far as a preference?
Oh, there's certain chunks of the projects we're going to be doing over the next month.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to take a look at it.
Okay, well, at some point in the week, go ahead and take a look and decide which one you want to do. This first come, first serve. I'll take whatever's last. But there's Cabe took the first one, and then there's step 3, step 4, step 5, and step 6 is the PowerPoint that will take 2 people. And the document also has, I believe, like 15, he's got 19 questions that we can answer throughout the week, just about what we're going to be doing and stuff.
Okay. I did read that on the contents page, he said that normally, like the first, I don't know if it's probably the same thing, but he says that normally the first couple are rejected, like the first couple of submissions are rejected because we have to get something going. I'm not sure if that's
Oh.
what he's talking about. So he says the sooner that we can get it done, the better.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, then let's. Oh goodness. Let's try and have this finish. Let's try and finish this by tomorrow at like tomorrow's meeting. You know.
okay. Yep. I'm not able to open it right now, but I was just wondering, is there any because I know there's a PowerPoint presentation, but did he specify that it has to be a PowerPoint presentation, or can it be like a Prezi? Because I know the last semester I've kind of switched from PowerPoint to preferring Prezi presentations. Does he specify what kind of, does it have to be a PowerPoint?
I'm not sure. I'd assume a PowerPoint because it's what
Okay.
most teachers have something to use it. But if it doesn't, then we could definitely ask.
I mean, I'm only asking just because last semester when I did a presentation and I used Prezi, I was the only one in the class that used a different platform. And that was one thing that everybody commented on, was that they had never seen a Prezi presentation before, and they preferred, I mean, maybe it was just because it was different. I'm not saying it was really spectacular, but it was just different enough from the regular PowerPoint presentations to kind of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
give it a little extra.
What software does it open with? What application?
Honestly, I don't know. It's its own program.
Okay.
So, but it's Prezi, and I think you can get it off BYU.
Oh, cool.
Like I didn't have to pay for it or anything. So there's a free
That's
portion. And it's kind of cool because it does like zoom out and it zooms in, and you can do like the whole mapping type thing. So it's kind of cool.
Sweet.
Anyway, just throwing that out there.
All right, cool. We will look into that because we don't have to make the PowerPoint for another few weeks at least.
Right.
All right, you guys want to start the quiz? Start recording?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
we are live. Excellent.
Sorry, I didn't realize if you indicate start broadcast that makes it go live immediately.
No, you're good. You're good. All right.
It's been a little while since I started one of these. Okay, so first two questions are normal. I'll read question number 3. In a pie chart, why are the slices or sectors different sizes? And
Number 3.
I think it's number 3.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
C.
Each slice represents a category. Yep.
Right.
Question 4, how are bar charts and Pareto charts related? And I think this one is the only difference between the two is that the bars in the Pareto chart are ordered largest to smallest and from left to right.
Right.
I
You
agree.
don't get that from a bar.
Yep. Question 5, we can conclude that P is normally distributed if NP is greater than or less than or greater than or equal to 10, and N minus 1P is greater than or equal to 10. Is P the true proportion or the sample portion? I'm saying that it's a sample portion.
Yes. Well, hold on.
I thought it was a true portion.
So
Is it the true portion? I may have been
hat is the sample portion, and P is the true portion.
Okay, yep. See? Good.
And then number 6 is what is N, and N is the sample size for
Yes.
sure. For sure. All right, time for some math. I'm sure we could use this document for this, though. It says if P is 1/4, what is the smallest N that satisfies the requirement?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
Let's take a look.
If I punched it in correctly to Grant's thing, I got 13.33.
Let me see.
But again, I don't know if I'm doing it right.
If P is 1/4,
So P would be 0.25.
Right.
And then if I'm reading his spreadsheet correctly,
Oh, he sent it to us
yeah, he did.
with the answer already or with the number already inputted.
Right. But see, I'm not sure if I'm reading it correctly.
Well,
That the lowest one that would be true is the 13.3.
yeah, it looks like it's the 13.3333. Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose n equals 24 and p equals 0.4. What is the mean of p hat? So n equals what? 24?
24.
And p equals
4.
0.4. I read that wrong. Or entered that wrong. 0.1. No, that's the standard deviation.
That's the
Sorry.
standard deviation.
I was looking at something else.
So in the reading, it says the mean of p hat is equal to p. So is it just 0.4?
Oh yeah, that is if it's a normal, but it doesn't really tell us that it's normal. Are we presuming?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is just P. It'll tell us if it's not
Because I had
normal.
put in 0.4, but I wasn't sure about that one either. So I was assuming that it was.
Sure.
No, I think that's great.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I remember hearing that in the video as well. But
So
again, it said if standard deviation was normal.
Right.
What is the mean of P? What is the standard deviation of P?
So then the standard deviation would be the 0.1, right?
I
For
think
question
so.
5?
Yeah, 0.1.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Oh, good enough.
Okay, so question 10, is that the same thing as the one before where what is P is 0.3?
Round to do 2 decimal places. Interesting.
So
So it'd be 0.30.
I thought it would be our 35 hits, but 35 as a percent because it's out of 100, so 0.35.
That's right.
Because it's different than
That's right.
the norm. So now we get to plug this into that equation.
So wait, what did you get for? Are we still on question 10, or did you get some for question 10?
Alan, I didn't quite hear you.
Are we still on question 10, or did you move on?
10
Question
is
10 is
0.35.
0.35.
Yep.
And then using that spreadsheet, sample proportion is 0.35, population proportion is 0.3, total sample size is 100, and so the z-score is 1.09109.
Say that again.
1.09109. But we're supposed to round to 3 decimal places, so it should just be
091.
091.
Yep.
Yeah, 1.091. Yeah.
And then, wait a minute. Is that the z-score?
Yeah, that is a z-score.
That was the z-score. So what was that question? What is the standard deviation?
The standard deviation, I got 0.05.
I got 0.046. Is yours rounding up or?
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
We
I
want,
was doing 2 because I was
Okay.
reading the
yeah, we want 0.046.
Okay, tell me how you got that one. Do I just enter in, hold on. Using the numbers 100 and 0.3. Tab. Oh. Okay. I got 0.04583, which
Yeah, and
is
then we round up, so that's right.
0.046. Yep, you are right. My brain is just slow tonight.
No, you're totally fine.
Let's see.
Okay, so then we put the 1.091 into the applet, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
And then we just highlight the top portion, 091. And that gives us the 0.1376, which would round up to the 0.138.
I have 0.1376. What, remind me what it is that we're looking for on this one. We're looking for the probability.
Right, the probability that Brittany gets at least 35 hits in her next 100.
So which one would we highlight? You said the upper portion.
But but I'm not sure about that part.
I think that's right.
More than 35 hits. Okay. Makes sense to highlight just the upper.
Okay.
Let's see. So that number was
0.138, rounded up.
okay. 3 more. Use the following info for the next 3 questions. 0.52. That's 2,000. If we're surveyed, we want to determine the probability that the results of the survey will suggest a candidate is losing the election. Getting less than 50% of the votes.
Okay, so P is 0.52 and N is 2,000. If you plug that into Grant's thing, the standard deviation is showing as 0.0499. Would we round that up to 0.050?
Which one did you plug it into?
Into Grant's, what is the standard deviation? Where he puts P is the population portion.
Hat, right?
Yeah, so you put 0.52 in the P, and then 2,000 in N,
And I get
and it's
a different number. I get 0.01117.
maybe I didn't hit enter. Yep, you're right. I didn't hit enter.
Okay.
Okay, just kidding. Sorry. 011.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Did you already get 14?
Yeah.
So then if we need the P score, we put, the Z score, that's awesome. 0.011 and P is 0.52 and sample size is 2,000. I get a negative 45. Am I doing that wrong?
I don't
You
know,
get
because that's what I
negative-
got.
A negative 45 for the Z-score?
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems a little high.
Yep.
Where are you plugging them in?
Into Grant's thing, what is the Z score?
Okay.
You put your P hat. Oh
Yeah.
wait. Sample proportion is different than standard deviation of P hat.
So would that be 50%?
That would be.
Okay.
That would be. And so it's a negative 1.79029.
Okay.
Hold on. I just heard. Oh, Grant just messaged us. Let me get him the URL.
Yay.
Copy.
Okay, so then we would just plug in that 1.790 into the applet.
Oops.
Are we rounding it to negative 1.791 though?
Because I thought it was 0.2.
1.790 is what it probably should be.
Because
Because I
it's
got 798. Sorry, 7918. So I rounded it up.
I got negative 1.79029.
that's what I got.
I got 86 for my
Because
last two.
Because the sample portion is that 50%,
So that would be
not
0.5.
the 0.52.
Okay.
Yeah, the sample portion would be 0.5. The population portion would be 0.52.
All right.
And then the total sample size is 2,000.
Sounds good.
And then the probability, we plug that into the normal applet, that negative 1.7. Negative 1.790. And we're doing less than.
Right.
What number did you get?
So we're just doing the bottom portion, right? Because that would be 0.0367.
That's what
So
I have.
037 is what I have.
So yeah, so it would be 0.037. Okay.
Huh. Grant hasn't joined in yet, has he?
Yeah, we should have him review this.
I'm going to invite him again.
Save it and go to submit. Yay.
Has someone already submitted?
I just did. Hang on. Question 7 is not right. That's the only one. That's the only one that's not right.
Okay. So that was us reading this.
Yeah, so that was, yeah. So I probably read that wrong. I'm wondering if it's 0.3
Or could it
or if
be
it's the 3.3.
the 3.33?
Mhm.
But I'm kind of praying for Grant to come along.
So we can be like, hey, what's number 7?
Well, explain to me what number 7 is. Show me.
Right?
So the lowest number.
Yeah, because I'm kind of confused as, don't get me wrong, I'm completely and totally grateful for this spreadsheet because it's a lifesaver. But I'm not smart enough to read it.
Oh, come on. Smallest n. Let's look up smallest n in the lesson material. Control F. No matches found.
But see, I don't think it can be the 3.33 just because it has to be greater than or equal to 10. So that can't be, it can't satisfy the requirement. Is it just looking for a whole number?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't specify a whole number or rounding. But I mean, do you see what I mean? Because it says that n times p has to be greater than or equal to 10 in order to satisfy that, and it can't satisfy that requirement at 3.3 because it's less than 10.
Nope.
But it has to be greater than.
I hear you.
You know what? Honestly, if I retake the test and just put in 13, I don't think, and still get it wrong, then it's still the same score.
Right.
Technically. So actually, let me go through and try that one. Hang on. And then if that's not it, then
we could email Grant because we still have an hour till it's due.
Yeah, well, I have sent him 2 additional messages, including the URL.
So let's see. Hang on.
Reply.
Because I wrote down all my answers on another sheet of paper, so hang on. True portion.
Well, I am happy with a 94, and I gotta go.
Okay, well, if I get anything different, I'll let you know.
All right, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you all tomorrow. And
Yep.
we need to cut out a little extra time to finish that document we have.
No, you're good. Okay, thank you.
All right, see you guys. Bye bye.
Night.
Okay, so 7 is the one. I'm just going to put 13 for that one. 8.
Has anyone ever gotten a message from the TA?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither.
No, not about the group stuff.
Misha, what do you do for work?
Right now, I work at Silicon Valley Bank right now. I was working in their ACH department, but I just transferred over to the, what is my title? Client Services Advisor. So basically I answer phones and troubleshoot what problems they're having.
Mm-hmm.
So if they need to send like an ACH, if they need to send a wire, if they need help with their online banking, they call in for a specific set of clients. I'm not like top hat clients, but yeah. But I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I've been in the financial industry for the last 16 years. I worked at Fidelity Investments for almost 10 years,
Okay.
doing contributions, distributions, problem resolution for 403B sector. And then I worked at a couple small town banks. And because they were small town banks, I was able to get a lot of experience doing various things like SARs, CTRs, fraud, anti-money laundering, anything to do with operations, new accounts, tellering, letters of indemnity, stuff like that. So
Okay.
pretty much banking. Banking or investment.
And what are you getting your degree in?
Business management,
Okay.
because I've kind of hit a rock wall as far as my salary is concerned. Because I have the experience, I just don't have the paper to back it up.
Right. How much longer for you to get your degree?
At this rate,
Uh-huh.
because I'm only able to go part time, so I've probably got another 2 years.
Yep, I totally hear you.
So, yep, so excited.
Anyways, how'd your re-entry of those answers go?
I'm just hitting submit again. Let's see. Nope, it's not 13.
Okay. Well, since Grant's not here, I'm good with just answering.
Yeah. So I'm still satisfied with the 94.4, but it's not 13, so I'm not sure. You know, without Grant's help, I'm not sure what that number should be.
If I can, I'll sit in on the office hour and
It's
ask
40.
about it.
I just figured it out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So it was 40.
Yay! Was it 40? How is that the lowest?
So do you see on the little thing where it says true, 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 false?
Right?
So in the, let me share my screen. Hold on 1 second. And I'll show you.
Oh, it's that whole line.
Yeah. So
Gotcha. Okay, so 40 has to be it because that's the only line that's true for both pieces.
yeah. So I put 40 right here. and that changed this to 10 true. And I just threw in random numbers till I got true on that part, and it was 40. So
Okay,
Gotcha.
that makes sense now that it's the whole line and not just pieces of the line. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Does anyone have any ideas as far as the group project goes, what we should be doing?
I have no idea.
I just read the content page saying that he knows that he's had people, submit
Right, I read that.
their propositions
Yeah,
like a couple times. So he said as soon as you can get your ideas all put together and submit your proposition, get that in as soon as possible, because that will give you more time to work on the actual project rather than trying to come up with the brainstorm idea of what we're going to do. So if we can come up with what we're actually going to do and get that submitted and approved, then I
right.
think we'll have more time to be able to divvy up jobs and to do whatever we need to do.
Right, but
At
that's
that
what I'm
point.
asking. What project should we do? Like the only, the only example I remember the instructor ever mentioning was like the double stuffed Oreos, comparing the two of, comparing them to traditional Oreos. And I've been trying to think of different things like that. I mean, there was even a thought process. Oh, Grant, how are you?
Yay!
Trying to hook up my sound.
Did you just come from a church meeting?
Yeah.
I'm
Aw.
so sorry.
Okay. I'm ready.
Well, we did the quiz and
Good.
Alan got 100% on it. I got 94%. Landon got 94%, as did Misha. So
We thank our lucky stars for your spreadsheet, so thank you very much.
Did the one help on the where it says to solve what's the smallest value?
yes.
Yeah, it helped a lot.
That's the one that we missed because I read that incorrectly. I was reading just the one. I was reading piece by piece versus the entire line. So it was Alan who determined it was the entire line versus piece by piece.
So I imagine they're probably going to have another one which will say, give us other percentage, or they may even change it to the number, and you have to come up with a proportion. But
Okay.
this one they didn't ask that, and so you had to solve the two pieces and then put the two numbers into the other one to see if it came out. And if they're all true, then you pick the lowest number. But only the one that comes up true on two different locations is it okay.
Can be the right number.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then you solve the right-handed tail on 13 then.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about different ideas for the project, the group project. Do you have any?
I've been thinking about it, but I'm not quite
Oh.
sure yet. What have you guys come up with so far?
Oh, well, we haven't come up with anything so far. We were talking about the fact that the instructor really has only mentioned one specific project in regards to comparing double stuffed Oreos to regular Oreos. And I've been trying to think along those lines. However, I also was thinking categorically. I bought fake Girl Scout cookies from Walmart. And so I was like, oh, what if we were to do like a survey of, do you prefer Girl Scout cookies or Walmart Girl Scout cookies?
Because actually, you know what? That's true because they have the grasshopper cookies made by Keebler that are virtually the same thing as the Girl Scout Thin Mints.
Right. Well,
Also-
Great Value actually has a version of the Samoas, a version of the Tagalongs, and a version of the Thin Mints.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure my kids would appreciate having multiple cookies to do a taste test or
And it's year round with Walmart. You don't have to wait until the girls come around to your
You
door.
don't have to wait till February.
Whenever you survey people, we're going to have to go through that survey check.
Yep, the internal review board.
It's more finding the numbers.
Right.
See, I can send
I
out
have
an
to
email
leave,
to my
so-
team at work. I've got 20 people on my team at work. I can send out an email with a yes, no, you know,
Oh, it looks like Alan just left us.
Yeah, he said he had to go.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm wondering if
Like-
maybe.
You could do things like, is left-handedness in a family
Mhm.
predominant? If one of the parents is left-handed or something like that. That just means going and checking out people, count of some kind.
Yeah.
If you roll the dice, we could.
Rolling the dice would be kind of fun. And I have lots of dice.
Right. If we got like one of the categories, letter cubes, you know how when you roll the die in categories and it has like the alphabet on it, maybe we could get one of those. But that's like a huge. That would be huge.
I heard someone talk about, counting the different colors of M&Ms or Skittles, or
Oh,
but you gotta have 40 bags of these things, right?
right.
Well, you could like go to Costco and get the pack of, the smaller M&Ms, like you could buy a box of the smaller fun size M&Ms or whatever, and then use that as a sample.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a thought, buying one of those fun-sized ones. Well, not fun-sized, but vendor ones, and
Mhm.
counting how many M&Ms actually come in each bag.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we could do that.
But again, one of us would have to go and purchase those.
Well, because I think we could separate it, because I could buy like 3 bags of the fun size. Everyone could buy like 1 or 2 or 3 bags of the fun size, and then count ourselves, and then combine
Right.
all the information together.
Another thing we might try is, like red cars on the road. You're just counting, is red cars the most, or white or whatever, the dominant color on the road. Your hypothesis would be you pick one of the colors and you find out.
That's funny that you say that. Literally, like 2 days ago, I was driving him to school, and my son's like, "How come you never see any green cars? Do people not like green cars?" You know what? I don't know. I haven't seen too many green cars. Maybe not. He's like, there just seems to be a lot of white cars and not very many green cars.
You tell them I drive a green car.
Here's another. We could just
Yeah.
send out an email to our contacts of, okay, do you use an iPhone or do you use
Android?
yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Android or iPhone.
I think anytime you send out a survey of some kind,
Oh, well, yeah.
you go through that
Dang it.
thing. Where if
Again.
it's just an observation, then it's really different.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have to.
Observe amongst our friends instead of sending out a survey.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking about left-handed. Do something like that. Yeah, I just contact 20 of my people I know and see who's left-handed in their house or something. It's the same thing. I don't know if we have to get that.
See, my family right now, there's 8 of us in this house, and only one of us is left-handed.
Yep.
Out of my siblings growing up, none of us were left-handed.
None of us are.
So that's a
So if you want to say the parent
that's
is
15
left-handed
people
child,
right there.
yeah. I think we're probably better off with something like getting a package of something and counting it or something
Yeah, that sounds like it would be easier.
by weight or by pop. You got popcorn and you pop and count how many unpopped kernels. Because everybody's a little different.
There's one that we could do.
Everybody's microwave's a little different. But,
Everyone's microwave is a little different, and the brand
right.
would affect things.
So I see that Landon posted a shared document,
Yes, he did.
and there's there's someone's name I didn't recognize.
Yes. So Landon mentioned that at the beginning of our meeting tonight.
Okay.
I guess that guy is actually supposed to be part of our group.
Great.
He has just not been able to make it to the group meetings.
No, I don't recognize him as his name at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have to get those things assigned this week, right?
Yeah, Landon was kind of, yeah, we have to have it done by Saturday. So Landon was kind of hoping that we could go over it and have
Tomorrow in the meeting.
have our parts picked out by the time we meet tomorrow.
Okay.
So he said he's willing to take whatever nobody else wants, because apparently there's six of us in the group, and there's only 5 things to do besides the PowerPoint. So yeah.
Okay. Well, just because we assign doesn't mean we can't help each other with it. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So I figure if we just look over everything and then just kind of have in mind what you want to do, and then I think we can, I think we can present the argument that if we do like the M&M's fun packs, or the Starburst fun packs, or something along those lines, like you said, just have us go get something
Mm-hmm.
that we can do that way,
If
because
we
it would
do
be
something
easier
like that,
to measure.
M&Ms are probably going to be, or Skittles, or whatever, they're probably going to be pretty universal, no matter which state you buy them in.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so then it wouldn't be just on one person to foot the bill
Yeah.
to go buy a bunch of cookies or whatever. We can do it
We have
that
to
way.
put some rules out there. What happens when I eat the one? Do I have to count that also?
Yes.
Because that also,
Yeah, because that one was technically in the package, so it's still part of the sample size.
so that also gives you a finite number, because you count the total bag plus then your individual numbers. So
Right.
it'll allow us to use different things like an ANOVA and stuff like that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, each one of us could be a group,
Yeah.
of counting. And we could
Yep.
indicate, let's see, counting of M&Ms in Colorado, counting of M&Ms in Idaho, and so on.
Do they produce them in different states, or do they all right there in Pennsylvania?
I don't know.
It's like Willy Wonka, they all get shipped from the same factory.
That's what I thought.
I wonder if it would have anything to do with like what. No, well, probably not. Because some stores wouldn't even sell like the fun size packets or whatever. So if you got it from Walmart versus Safeway versus Bash's versus Food for Less, or
Right.
whatever.
Well, I was just thinking about the fact, I was thinking about companies that might actually not make products all in one spot, like they'd have one spot on the East Coast and one spot on the West Coast. And I was thinking, well, who does that? And then I thought, oh, what about like the mint? You've got the Philadelphia mint, and then you've got the Denver mint.
Yep.
And then I was thinking, oh, what could we do with coinage? Like we could all take $10 and go to the bank and ask for a roll of quarters, and then measure how many of them are from the Denver Mint and how many are from the Philadelphia Mint.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a thought too.
And you working at a bank, you'd have easy access to that.
Actually, because Silicon Valley Bank is super different from any other bank that I've ever worked for or with or anything, because it's a consumer bank. So they do startup companies. So they do venture capitalists. And it's very much a niche bank. So to open an account, you have to present to a board, and then the board will say whether they agree or disagree to accept your account with Silicon Valley Bank to see if you can qualify for that niche and if you get funding or whatever, whatever. It's really super interesting being part of a consumer bank.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's totally different from like Wells Fargo consumer banking or Chase consumer banking. It's a completely different entity. It's weird.
Misha, where do you live?
I live in Arizona.
Arizona, and that's Silicon Valley Bank? Wow.
Well, because Silicon Valley Bank has branches. It's really, well, yeah, because no, I did the same thing. Because Silicon Valley Bank is based actually in Santa Clara, California, but we have a processing center in Tempe, here in Mesa, or here in the valley. And then there's a processing center in Boston, and then we've got different satellite locations, but they're not actual like branches. So people who bank with us mostly do online banking or mobile deposits
Yeah.
because there's literally not a branch for them to go into. We have, there's one in Ireland, there's one in the UK, there's one in China, and I think they're looking to open a couple more one in Germany, and one other place. I can't think of where it's at right now. But yeah, it's
All right.
very different.
Well, so by tomorrow, we're going to decide on what we're going to do, huh?
Well, I think we should come to the meeting tomorrow with ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think we've come up with a couple good ideas, and I think we're kind of in agreement with what would be an easy thing to do. So we might be able to present it to everybody else and say, okay, what do you guys think?
Okay.
But I think what Landon had wanted was for us to be able to go through this document that he sent to say what step everyone wants to take.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
All right.
sounds good.
Thanks for meeting tonight, Grant. I'm sorry I didn't
Yes.
work last night, and I'm sorry that you didn't get the notice.
Yeah, I keep looking at it. I still don't see where was. I mean, like Landon said, there were a lot of different little links, but
Yes, there are.
all right. So Wednesday, regular time.
Yes.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
All righty.
Okay, have a good night, guys.
Okay, see you
You
later.
too. Night.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.